Hello and welcome to another Google Hangout where we're going to be talking about the upcoming game against Leicester City at Old Trafford, and maybe look back at a little bit and give our thoughts on the upcoming draw in the next round of the FA Cup. I've got with me Joey, Kevin and Matt to discuss the previous form and that of the team, and we're going to start off by talking a bit about Louis van Gaal and how things have gone lately. I know a lot of the press have got onto him a bit. That could be playing with the current squad that we have at our disposal. We're not scoring as many goals as we could be, and I don't know how any of you guys think. I'll go to you first, Matt. How you think he's doing? And he changed his formation for the last game against Cambridge to the 4-4-2 diamond. I know he's been a bit stubborn with the other formation, but along we're not losing too many games, but we're not winning enough games either. I think he needs to improve a bit. How do you see things?
The way I look at it is that I can understand why he's pushing the three at the back. I can understand why he's wanting to try and develop that formation because he had a good team set up and squad built around that formation for the World Cup, and they didn't exactly do badly with it. I can agree with everyone who's criticising it at the moment for our team because we haven't got the defenders to suit it. I think in terms of should we be criticising Van Gaal, maybe not as much as what the press are. I think just because of the way he is with the press, it makes them want to write all the stupid stuff about him. They keep on doing the cop-out story of the amount of money he spent, blah, blah, blah. It's not really that bad. It could be better. I think there's elements of our game that does look a bit odd. I think the biggest criticism I've got is that we're quite slow in the build-up to chances, and there was moments against Cambridge and Yeovil and a few other games this season where we've not really tried to take it past players. I mean, we've had moments, especially Januzaj, where last season he was trying to take people on, trying to beat a man, and he's always. You saw the amount of chances in the Cambridge game where he could have potentially taken a shot, taken it round someone. Valencia for years has stopped trying to beat people and just doing his default, just cut it back and everything. There's some issues there, but I think overall Van Gaal's done a good job. We're playing better for me than what we were last season, and we are moving slowly in the right direction.
Conceding quite as many goals as we were a few weeks ago, which I'm pretty pleased about. Just we've got to score some more goals. I'll come over to you next, Kevin. I don't know what your thoughts are on how he's doing, how Louis van Gaal's doing, and where there's still room for improvement, obviously. But we're obviously still in fourth place and still in the FA Cup, so it's not all too bad, is it?
I think he's done a good job. I mean, I can only reiterate what was said before. You know, we're sitting in fourth place. We're still in the FA Cup. The MK Dons thing happened, so we're not in the Capital One Cup anymore. To be honest, I think if you'd have asked any United fan where they'd want to be in comparison to last season to this season, at the beginning of this season, I think all of us would have taken, being in the Champions League qualifying spot and being in the FA Cup. Hopefully, he can go on to win the FA Cup and finish in. I'd like to finish third, definitely above Arsenal. Not sure we're going to get first or second, but I'd take third in the FA Cup. I'd be disappointed if we didn't win the trophy, but I would, as long as we get European qualification. I think that's the key, and hopefully the performances can improve. We're looking a bit slow. We're looking a bit like we're running out of ideas. It's the tempo's not there. But hopefully, if he starts playing players like Di Maria in their normal positions, he was one of the best players in the world last season, playing in central midfield for Real Madrid. So hopefully, if we get more players back, they finally learn the philosophy that he's been trying to implement onto the team. I think we'll be all right. I'm not too worried about us this season, to be honest.
Yeah, I like your point there where you said about playing players in the right position. I think quite a few players aren't always playing in their right positions, and I feel that Louis van Gaal's trying to get too many of his attacking players into one team, which rather than play players in their right positions and just take a few players out of the team if he can't get all the players in the team. But that's just how it goes when you've got a lot of attacking players. Have you got any other thoughts to say on this, Joey?
Well, I mean, he's done a good job so far. The squad needs a complete overhaul, and he got that ball moving in the summer. There's still players here that aren't United quality, but overall, with the amount of injuries, you cannot blame him for what we're at right now. I still don't think he knows his best team, and I don't think he's gotten the balance right just yet. But I feel like that's going to come. He's the man I trust, you know what I mean? He's the guy to lead us forward. I have no doubts about that. So he's done a good job so far. I'm not one of those people who cares about the money that was spent because, you look at the other teams that are challenging for the league, you look at the amount of money they've spent over the last few years, and that pales in comparison. So we'll see where it goes from here. I do want to see us scoring more. I want to see us attacking more. But top 4 is always the objective.
Yeah, definitely. If we finish in the top 4 and win the FA Cup, I'll be absolutely delighted. So moving along to more about the formation. I don't know which formation you'd prefer us to kick on with and play on a regular basis now. Obviously, he was playing the 3-5-2. He's played it quite a lot this season, and then he changed to the 4-4-2 diamond against Cambridge, and the performance wasn't really any different to the previous performances. I don't know which formation you think we should carry on. Stick with the 3-5-2 or go to the 4-4-2 diamond or what formation? I'll let you have your thoughts on that again, Joey.
Well, I mean, I said it in our last video. If you play a 4-4-2 diamond with Michael Carrick at the base, all he has to do is take 5 steps backwards, and it's a 3-5-2 with him in the middle of it. So I think that would be the best option, because they're both so similar. But I just don't understand why in the 4-4-2 diamond we create more attacking chances. I don't know if that's because it was another midfielder in there or not. Personally, after this next summer transfer window, I want to go 4-3-3 or something along those lines, because I just feel like the 4-4-2 diamond has too many holes in it. It's way too narrow for me.
Yeah, I think we scored 2 goals per game when we played the 4-4-2 diamond, and only 1.3 goals per game when we played the 3-5-2. So we are scoring more goals when we play the 4-4-2 diamond, but we haven't played it quite as much as the 3-5-2. I don't know if you've got any thoughts on it, Kevin. Which formation you'd prefer to play? I presume most people want to see the 4-4-2 diamond. It seems at the moment.
Yeah, I'm all for the 4-4-2 diamond. We seem far too negative with the 3-5-2. Our wing backs look very suspect. They look very isolated rather, because that whole wing is just reliant on them, be it Rafael, Shaw, Valencia, or Young. In the 4-4-2 diamond or just a simple 4-4-2, they've got that support in front of them. They've got wingers either side, whether it's Herrera playing right centre mid or Di Maria playing left centre mid in front of our fullbacks. They've got that support. And this 3 at the back, this Jones, Smalling, whatever it is at the back, this passing constantly between those 3, it's like they haven't got any options in front of them to play it to. They haven't got that central control to pick up the ball. It just looks too negative for me. I mean, we seem to play much better with the 4 at the back. Don't know why we're playing better with 4 at the back, but we seem to play much better with it, and I'd much rather see that than the 3 and the 3 stooges passing the ball at the back.
Yeah, definitely. I really don't think the defenders are good enough to play the 3 at the back, personally. I don't know if you agree with that, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a few issues with all 3 of the defenders, really. I mean, at each stage of the season, I've gone from kind of wanting one to the other, and then the next one cocks up, and there's loads of different reasons why I just don't think that they're suitable for a Man United team. There's elements to maybe Smalling and Jones that they could maybe make good squad players, but I think that there's not really a chance for Evans now for me. I think we need to get rid of him. As the formation, like I was saying, I think he's been pushing the three at the back because I think, as you said as well, he wants to get as many attacking players in as possible, and that's just making us too top heavy. We're open to attacks from the opposition. It's not really working, and I agree with Joe. I think he's going to be going to the 4-3-3 eventually. It's a formation that he would have used at the World Cup with the Netherlands, for example, if Strootman had been fit. It's a formation that would suit us in terms of historically. We'd have the wing play back. It would be a lot more balanced, and hopefully with the signings that he'll make in maybe the rest of the January transfer window, which is unlikely, or then the summer, it'll be able to be changed to a formation like that.
Yeah, I think it probably will have to be the summer now, because it doesn't look like any other signings are going to come in this season. So moving along to the upcoming game against Leicester City, obviously we don't know how Louis van Gaal's going to play this game because of injuries and whatnot. We all seem to have someone surprise us and get injured. But I don't know how you guys would go with this game, how you would line up, what formation you'd go for, and what players you'd really pick in this game. Obviously, we got beaten 5-3 against Leicester last time out, but this one being at Old Trafford, and Leicester haven't. I mean, they did win last time out against Tottenham, but they're right down the bottom of the table. So hopefully we can kick on and get the 3 points in this game. I don't know what sort of team you'd go for in this game. I'll go to you first, Joey.
I went with the diamond for this game. I know we played that against them last time, and they came out and scored 5 on us, but that let alone should be enough motivation to come out and want to beat them. David De Gea in net, there's no really question about that. Across the back four, it's Raphael, Jones, Rojo, Shaw. Blind at the base of the diamond with Rooney and Herrera in central midfield. I put Di Maria as my 10, and then I think Wilson and RVP should start this game. I want to see those two play together. I want to see either Wilson play with Falcao or Van Persie, because when Van Persie and Falcao play together, they're just way too slow.
I do like James Wilson's pace up front, I've got to admit. But obviously it's going to be a bit of a lottery what sort of team he goes for, because there's probably going to be injuries. I don't know if you've got any more thoughts on the team, Kevin.
I'd go for a very similar team. I'd go with a 4-4-2 diamond as well. David De Gea in goal, Raphael, Jones, Rojo, Shaw at the back, Blind holding. I'd go with Herrera and Di Maria in central midfield. I'd put Mata in the hole and play Rooney and Falcao up top. I think the Di Maria, Herrera and Mata really linked up well when they had the limited chances to play together. Not really sure what's going on with Herrera being on the bench at the moment. I don't know if he's been disciplined for supposed tax rumours that are going around where he's been a naughty boy and Daddy Van Gaal's punishing him or whatever. But I think we played much better while he's on the pitch. Even against Cambridge when he came on, that limited amount of time, he looked better, he's getting stuck in. And that's the team I'd go for, really.
I've actually gone for the same team as you there, all man for man. So we've both picked the exact same team with Massa obviously in the number up there. I think he'll come back in for this game. Obviously Rooney was rested for the other game the other day against Cambridge as well, so I'm pretty sure he'll come back in. I prefer Wayne Rooney further forward, to be honest, but obviously he may choose to play him again in midfield, but I'll prefer him more up front to score more goals. I don't think his best performances have come in midfield. I don't know if you've got any more thoughts, Matt, on the team for the game against Leicester.
Mine's very similar to what's been mentioned. I've put Valencia as right back there because I wasn't fully aware if Raphael was fit, but if he is, then definitely I'd put Raphael in as my right back as well. Jones, Rojo, Shaw, obviously David De Gea in net. Daley Blind defensive mid, Herrera, Di Maria as the centre mids, Mata as the attacking mid, and Rooney and Van Persie up front. I just think that we should be able to beat Leicester at home, and it shouldn't have the question marks that it does have, and I think it's only because of the result from the away game that some people are questioning, well, what's the game going to be like? They'll be a little confident, but I'm hoping that we'll be okay. I'm going to the game, so I'm actually hoping that they are actually going to win.
Oh yeah, especially if you're going to the game. Yeah, I would have gone for Raphael at the back. I'm not overly convinced with Valencia at right back, but obviously with Raphael's injury problems and whatnot over the years, you never know whether he's actually going to play the game or not. I know he obviously got injured a few weeks ago and hasn't come on since, so we'll have to see what happens there. We're going to go through our predictions now. I don't know what everyone's predictions are. I'll go to you first, Kevin. I don't know what your prediction are for the game.
I'm going for a 3-0 United win.
Okay. I don't know what you're going to go for, Joey.
I'll say 3-1 because we seem to struggle against big, powerful strikers. So I think Ulloa will get one, but 3-1 comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what you think, Matt.
Yeah, I think I can see Leicester scoring. I don't know when that would be. I don't know if that would be them equalising against us or them taking an early lead or something silly. But I think we should win. We're Man United at home against Leicester, for God's sake, so we should win. So I'd go for I don't know. I'll say 3-1 United. Rooney, Van Persie, and Falcao to score.
Oi.
Yeah, that would be good. I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory. I think before we go, I just want to have your thoughts on Leicester City. They're not playing that well of late. Obviously, they beat Tottenham the other day. I don't know if any of you where you see the problems coming from Leicester in this game. I'll go back to you first, Matt. Obviously, they caused us all kinds of problems last time we played them. When they beat us 5-3. Hopefully, it will be a bit easier this time around. Because
I think what helped Leicester massively in that game is Clattenburg, who I think was the referee that day, gave that penalty, which completely changed momentum. Which, if that hadn't been awarded, then it would have been highly unlikely that it would have been 5-3. But I think this new Croatian striker they've signed, I don't know a lot about him. So because I don't know a lot about him, he's the one who slightly concerns me, because he might just be a bit more confident. He's a new player, comes to the Premier League, wanted to prove himself. But then there's the usual people like Ulloa. Vardy scored against us, didn't he, in that 5-3. They don't have too many players that scare me. Kasper Schmeichel's still out injured, I think, but then they've got Schwarzer who's playing in goal, so they've got a good goalkeeper at least. Well, a keeper who used to be good anyway.
Yeah, I don't really think they're that great a side, to be honest. But obviously, you never know. At home, we've been pretty strong, so I'm still pretty confident that they're not going to cause us too many problems. I don't know if you feel that they're going to, any other players are going to cause us problems, Kevin.
No, not really. I don't see what Leicester really have to show for themselves. Really, they're sitting rock bottom of the Premier League, I think, at the moment. Yeah. They had a bit of a lucky victory against Spurs with Michel Vorm having a bit of a shocking moment towards the end of the game. We should really walk all over Leicester City at home. Although it seems as if this season and last season, these smaller teams have decided to become the Barca's and Madrids of this world when they start playing against Man United. But I hope we just don't give them the opportunity to do that, and we kill the game off early and quick.
Yeah, definitely. That last time we played Leicester, I thought there was some really shocking defending out there. And I don't really think that there was any excuse for us throwing that lead away. We should have completely killed it off, even though obviously they did get that lucky penalty. But I still think we should have easily seen that game off. I don't know if you've got any other thoughts, Joey, on what you think that they could pose. I mean, they're not a great side, but obviously they could cause us still some problems.
Yeah, and we've been playing better at home, which is the good thing for us. But this is a must-win game. You're looking at that table. Arsenal 1 point behind. Southampton, I believe, are 2 ahead of us. These are must-win games because Arsenal have looked pretty decent as of late. But the only person who really worries me is Ulloa because, like I said, we struggle against big, strong center forwards. I'm not worried about Rojo because you saw in the games he's played, he eats everything in the air, so he's got to be a shoo-in to start. The only person I would worry about is Phil Jones. He makes some really stupid challenges at times and might get himself sent off. but it should be a comfortable win. It has to be a win, no matter what. It has to be a win. So.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I don't know if anyone else has got anything else to say before we clear this up.
Liverpool are out.
Whee!
Yeah, well, that's good news. Oh yeah, and obviously we've got the next round of the FA Cup if we beat Cambridge. So it looks like on paper another decent draw for us in the next round. So hopefully we can progress in that. I don't know if I'll go to you first, Matt. If you want to just tell everyone where to find you on YouTube and Twitter.
My YouTube channel is Matt Burgess21. It's the same as my Twitter handle as well. I just do previews, reviews, just general Man United stories, and then when I go to games like I am this weekend, I try and film as much as I can whilst I'm there, the reaction to goals and everything. So yeah, you can go check me out there.
Yeah, that's great. Do you want to just say where everyone can find you as well, Kevin?
My YouTube is Kevin Santos. My Twitter is Kevin5996. The YouTube channel is in the link. The link for that is in my bio. And I do previews, reviews, transfer news, etc. on there too. So yeah.
Okay, I'll link all of them in the description below. And I'll go to you now, Joey. You're still giving away them 2 pint glasses, I expect. I don't know if you've got any more updates on that before we clear it up.
No, but we'll do the question now. So the details in the last video on how you can win it, you have to be following me and Dan on Twitter and our YouTube channels. The question is, I want to know who's the first Manchester United player in the Premier League era to score a hat trick, and who was the goalkeeper playing that day?
Tom
So you can let me know in the comments or send me a message on Twitter, and the first right one will win those glasses.
Okay, so get your comments in below, and thanks to everyone for watching. Let us know your thoughts on the upcoming game. Make sure to subscribe to all 4 of the YouTube channels, and we'll be back again soon for our some more reaction to the game and any Manchester United news.